Hi, good morning. I'm from Group 1 and I'm gonna give a presentation on reviewing and critiquing the effectiveness of using project lifecycle in our team's context. So we're gonna look at two main perspectives, which is cost, time, quality, and also traditional and agile project management. Okay, so the first one is about cost. Okay, so during the project and initiation and planning phase, the group would work together, create and manage the estimates. And it is also during the planning phase that the team would consider the cost estimation approach that the team would use. In a closure phase of the project, a cost is then controlled again and then compared with the initial objective. However, since our team has decided to carry out the project completely online on social media, Facebook specifically, so no financial costs were used in the project. However, I think that if we would have a chance to carry out the project in a wider scope in the future, project lifecycle would do its best in terms of estimating the budget, helping the project manager to manage resources and enables team members to work effectively and also keep track of the spending. Okay, so the second one is about time. Actual progress has to match or beat the planned one. Okay, so I'm being the leader of the team, suggested the team members to carry out the project life cycle model, the work breakdown structure, the Gantt chart, and then we would carry out each model step by step, considering its effectiveness it would bring to our team's performance. We formed the project and skimmed through the requirements on the 10th of April, and then we planned specifically about our project on the 13th regarding the topic, how we would collect the resources, and how tasks are assigned to each member. Okay, and we also work closely together daily to ensure that the time flow is completely smooth. Okay, so in order to achieve the best results and also save room for changes in the future, we managed to carry out the project as soon as possible. We finally finalized our ideas, designed the posters, wrote the contents, and upload the post on Facebook on the 15th, precisely on time compared to our initial timeline. Yes, and then the last one is about quality. Locke 2007 stated that perceived quality characteristics will depend on the nature of the project or the product. Our propaganda, our post was uploaded on Facebook on the 15th and precisely on time, and each member of the project team is responsible for controlling and managing the interaction data. At first, we targeted 40 shares on our post, and also we aim to collect people's perspectives on environmental protection during this coronavirus period. But thanks to our careful and proper control and management daily, we were able to surpass our objectives and close the project earlier than one day earlier. Yeah. And the second perspective I want to talk about is on traditional and agile project management. Traditional project management it focuses firmly on planning upfront, identifying and assessing risk before the project begins. And it also follows a fixed sequence, including the stages of initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closure, which is precisely the project life cycle. Um, since the traditional method helps to identify risks before implementation, it is way more easier and effective for the managers and also the team members to manage the whole project and to work smoothly also. And however, agile, while traditional method favors anticipation, planning upfront, um, agile project management focuses on adaptation. Yes, it is a general approach. Um, it relies heavily on teamwork, collaboration, and the flexibility to respond to change as quickly as possible. Okay, so next to traditional perspective, um, in our team's context, we formed our team as soon as it is required and started a meeting with each other 5 days after that, which is the 15th of April. Okay, so in terms of risk, we brainstormed all together what would have been the obstacles and quickly found a way to avoid it. Um, for example, we identified beforehand that our project would not attract as many people as we expected to be, so we quickly edited the content. Before that, we teamwork together. We work closely together, and then we decided to edit the content with a more higher visibility message and strongly illustrated and asking people to like and share on our post. Yes, and the last one is on agile project management perspective. Um, Although our project was completely carried out online due to the social isolation, we tried to teamwork as much as possible to ensure the quality of our project. Um, Even though tasks are assigned to each member separately, since we recognize the connection among each part of the project, so we tried to teamwork as much as possible. We worked together daily. We even called via Google Meet specifically to ensure the consistency of the overall project. And then by using project life cycle, we gained a better control of how the project was progressing and were there any problems ahead. The above mentioned change on the content occurred during the execution phase of the project life cycle. However, since we had been team working quite efficiently, so we were quite flexible and quickly enough to respond to the change. So fortunately, the change turned out to be very, very effective when our propaganda received much more interaction, including shares and hashtags after the change. Yes, so that's all. Thank you for listening.